Hey up guys, so this is how we take the 7/7 grid that we discussed in this lesson up here and we actually apply it to the fretboard. It's really simple. Once you apply it, you just got to memorize the pattern. Once you've memorized the pattern, then it becomes a real breeze to be able to play chords in any minor key, anywhere on the guitar. We're going to do this in F sharp minor. So what we do is we look for the tonic of the minor key on the E string. So this is an E, this is an F, and this is going to be the F sharp here. It's as simple as doing this, guys. We just follow out that 7 shape. I call it a 7. It looks like a little bracket. So we go on the E string, we go to the A string at the same fret. So you can see E string, 2nd fret, A string, 2nd fret, and then we move up a whole step. So we go, that's the pattern. Now those are the root notes for the chords that we need, the primary triads of that minor key. So this is an F sharp, so we would play an E minor shape because it's on the E string there. So we would have an E minor shape, and then we play that by applying this bar here. There's the root of the F sharp minor, put the E minor shape on, play the chord. Don't forget, guys, this is the tonic for your key. So if somebody says to you, play in the key of F sharp minor, then that's where it lives. So there's chord 1 in the minor. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump down here to get to chord 4 in the minor, which is a minor also. Because it's on the A string, we're going to use an A minor shape. There's the minor shape. You can see it looks like an A minor there. Move it up a whole step, and then we get the B minor like this. So just switching between those two. Now chord 5 in the minor key is a minor as well, and we just move up a whole step. So just take that up a whole step. Now I recommend doing this by releasing the bar first, sliding the shape up, and then applying the bar on afterwards. So we take that there, and then you can see that those are my minor chords. So that takes care of the 3 minors. That's chord 1, 4, and 5 in the minor. Remember, guys, those are lowercase spellings. Now, what I showed you in the grid was this idea of it being a 7/7 grid. We've got that first 7 out of the way. Now, what I need to do is I move back over onto the E string and I move up 1 fret to find the beginning of my next 7 pattern. Now, this here is exactly the same pattern. Look. We use it here, we go from this fret, and we get the 7 on top of that. So there's the minor 7, there's the major 7 pattern. Okay, so let's look at this here. This is going to be a major chord using an E major shape, and that's what the E major shape looks like there. If I put the bar on, see, that's where that lives. This is the flat 3 chord in the minor. We're going to jump over to the flat 6 chord here in the minor. Now this is a major chord as well. This is going to be an A shape. You could play an A shape like that, you could play it like that, you could play it like this. Whatever way it is that you want to play that shape, there's lots of different ways because everybody's hands are different. This is the truth of the matter. My hands work completely differently to your hands. So these are just guidelines here, guys. If you want to use a full shape like that, then that's fine as well. But I like to use this one. So we've got chord flat 6 there, and then if we move it up a whole step, we get chord flat 7. Let's summarize those shapes. We've got this minor 7 shape here. Those are all minor chords. Now if I come up onto the E string and up a fret, this is the start of my major chords. So I've got chord flat 3, chord flat 6, and chord flat 7 there. Those are my major triads, major chords. Here are my minors. And that's where those guys live. And remember that diminished chord? That was a whole step up, and I play this like this here. You can hear there, I go back to that tonic of F sharp minor just there. Now this shape is movable, it's transposable. That's the beauty of the guitar. It's easy to transpose ideas. If I wanted to take this F sharp minor now and play this in A minor, which you will probably play a lot of stuff in, then what we need to do is find the A on the E string, which is just there, and I'll just plot it out just using my fingers. This is the root note for chord 1. It's also the tonic of the minor key, so this would be for the key of A minor. We play that there, and then we move over onto the A string and we find chord 4, minor chord 4 there, then minor chord 5 here. Jump over onto the E string and upper fret. This becomes chord flat 3, which is a major. Jump over on the same fret and we get chord flat 6, which is a major also. And then we jump up a whole step and we get chord flat 7, which is also a major as well. So just to outline those chords then in the key of A minor, and what I'll do is I'll add that diminished chord as well. We get 1, 4, 5. We get the flat 3. We get the flat 6, and we get the flat 7 here. If we go back to this minor, we move up a whole step and put that minor 7 flat 5 on, then that's where we get that half diminished chord. And that can spice things up a little bit. Now, because this is really a dominant voicing, what it wants to do is it wants to resolve back down to the chord 1 here. Now, the thing about that is now it sounds we're back in the major. And the cool thing is with this 7/7 grid, it goes with the L7 grid. And that means that you're going to have greater control over the fretboard. You're going to have a bigger range to be able to play in both majors and minor keys and swap between them. And if that's something you want to learn, then watch this video here.